It started with an open box in a quiet apartment. A box that should have been heavy, filled with months of sacrifice and sleepless nights. Instead, it was empty. $14,000. Gone. My entire semester. Gone. My future dangling by a thread. And the only person who could have touched it? The man I thought I loved. I'm a college student in my last semester before medical school. For 5.5 years, I've been grinding without a safety net. No loans, no financial aid, just me. 2, sometimes 3 jobs at a time. Serving drinks at 2 different bars, handling an office job during the day. I lived on exhaustion and small victories. When you live like that, money doesn't just represent bills or tuition. It's proof you've endured. Every shift, every late night walking home, every sore foot and forced smile. I saved it in cash, tucked away in my closet in a box. Before the semester started, I'd take it to the bank, deposit it, and pay my tuition in full. This time, I'd reached my goal. I even allowed myself to quit one job, just for a little breathing room. My boyfriend had been around more lately. Sometimes he'd stay over when I was there, sometimes when I wasn't. I never told him about the box, but he knew I paid for school myself. The night before I planned to deposit the money, I came home to put the last bit of cash in. I opened the box and froze. It was empty. I tore my apartment apart, searching in places I knew it wouldn't be, desperately hoping I'd been careless. But deep down, I knew. I called him, over and over. No answer. I didn't sleep that night. Just sat in my living room, heart pounding, waiting for the phone to light up. In the morning, he finally called. I was shaking when I picked up, demanding to know where my money was. He acted confused, like I was imagining it. Hours later, he came over. I kept pressing. Finally, he admitted it. He'd taken it. He called it borrowing. He said he'd pay me back $14,000 in 2 weeks. Something in me snapped, the kind of rage that burns hot and clear. I called the police and reported a theft. He was arrested, and not long after, his family started calling. Not just calling, harassing. His mother unleashed every insult she could think of, even racist ones meant to cut me down to the bone. The phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Messages, voicemails, more calls. Then his brother called, calm, respectful. He said they would help him pay it back. He said I should meet them at the police station and tell them I wanted to drop the charges. I didn't believe him. Every part of me screamed that if I did, I'd never see a dime of that money again. And yet, part of me still felt guilty. I hated that feeling. The truth is, I wasn't the one who put him in a cell. He did that. By taking my future in his hands and deciding it was his to spend. For hours I sat there, weighing everything. The pressure from his family, the clock ticking on my tuition deadline, the cold emptiness of that box in my closet. Then I thought about what it took to earn that money. The years of exhaustion. The way I'd missed birthdays, weekends, every piece of a normal life because I was working toward this one goal. And I thought about how easily he'd decided to take it. I didn't drop the charges. The harassment didn't stop. In fact, it escalated. But someone online gave me a piece of advice I will never forget. Talk to the emergency dean at your school. With the police report as proof, I did exactly that. And to my shock, my school covered my semester. I started a week late, but I started. Meanwhile, I gathered the messages from his family, every threat and insult, and secured a temporary restraining order against his mother. She violated it almost immediately, The stress was constant, but I kept moving forward. Weeks later, I recovered over $8,000 directly from him. The rest, his brother paid through a third party. We never saw each other. By then, it didn't matter whether I wanted to drop the charges or not. In my state, once a theft like this is reported, it's up to the court to decide. And they will. Soon I'll be moving, breaking my lease with the help of the police report, so they won't know where I live. I'll never keep money at home again. And with this being my last semester, I won't have to work those bar jobs anymore. That chapter is closing. I haven't spoken to him since. I don't care to. The trust is gone, replaced by something colder. The memory of what it feels like to be betrayed in a way that changes you. So, am I the asshole for getting my boyfriend arrested? Here's what I know. I fought for my future when someone tried to steal it. I faced down the shame and the guilt and the noise from people who wanted to protect him, not me. And I refused to let the fear of conflict make me walk away from what I'd earned. This story is about more than stolen money. It's about what happens when someone you trust reveals that your well-being matters less to them than their own impulse. It's about the strength it takes to protect what you've built when everyone around you is telling you to be understanding. In life, there will be people who believe your boundaries are negotiable. People who think that love means they can take without asking. The truth is, love without respect is not love at all. If you were in her position, would you have dropped the charges? Or would you have stood your ground, knowing you might lose people forever? Because sometimes, doing the right thing for yourself means being willing to lose what never deserved to stay.